Good morning, everyone. This is Debbie with Lake House Soapery, and I am so excited and proud to be a part of a YouTube soap collaboration for a fall soap being hosted over on YouTube. I'm going to put all of those links below so you can see them. What a talented group of ladies. And the challenge was for this collaboration was to make a soap with either apple or pumpkin or apple and pumpkin. We got divided into groups. There's about 60 of us. I ended up in the apple group. So I've never soaped with apple. Part of the rules, if you will call them, is you had to use some sort of apple-based product, be it, I don't know, seeds, dried apples, whatever you wanted to choose in your soap. I've never used apple puree, so I did some research. Some of the ladies said, yep, you can just use pureed baby food. So that's the way that I'm going to go with this. I'm going to explain a little bit more about what I'm going to try to do here, but I'm going to go through some of the products with you before I do that. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me see. Let me try to put my mic together. I'm in a new soaping spot in my basement. My husband has worked really tireless with me to turn the half of our basement into a soup kitchen. I don't know. He's worked really hard with me to turn the other half of our basement into my soap studio. Soap studio. So I'm working really hard to get everything back together. My, excuse my hand here. My soap life kind of exploded. My soap life kind of exploded in a good way. Let me try to get you put back up here. I've just been super busy, but for all the right reasons. So hopefully I'll be kind of organized as I go through here. We'll see. I think I have my essentials. Anyway, some of the products I'm going to use, you already saw this is an organic baby food. Hope I'm on camera here. And I have my Nurture Soap glitter. I think this is snowflake glitter, and my glitter pump. I love these. I'm also going to be using from Brambleberry an apple honey champagne fragrance oil. Yum. The other product I'm going to be using is this poison apple with Nurture Soap. Now, I'm not brave enough to try to use this in the soap batter for cold process because I ordered this late at night. That's what happens when I shop in bed late at night. It accelerates, and it sounds like a lot. So I didn't want to take the chance, so I used this in my melt and pour embeds that I made. The other color that I'm going to use is this Brilliant Blue Mica by Nurture Soap. The Firecracker Red by Nurture Soap. And Summer Yellow Daisy by Crafter's Choice. It's one of my well-loved ones. You can see that. This is going to turn a funky color, and it's not going to look yellow, but it will morph back into a yellow. So those are the colors. And you may be thinking, what does all that have to do with apples and a fall collaboration? So, I wanted to take a little different spin on it. I figured there would be a lot of the YouTubers who are doing beautiful fall soaps, leaves, fall colors. I'm still, in the grand scheme of things, pretty new in my soaping, and I probably can't compete with all of the beautifulness that they're doing. I couldn't even come through with my own design because I didn't have all the things I needed. So anyway, where I went with this, the poison apple is kind of what gave me the idea for it. I wanted to do a kind of a Snow White theme. So, Snow White, she falls in love with a prince. The evil witch offers her up this beautiful apple. Poor Snow White eats it, is poisoned, and then has to be saved by the prince, who runs in with his magical kiss. So, I'll insert a picture, but These were the colors that reminded me of Snow White's outfit, and of course the red for the red apple. And the poison apple is going to go in the embeds. The embeds were meant to be either lips or apples, because I figured poison on the lips, but did not have those. No, no. I thought I did, and then I couldn't find any lips, and I needed to film this video today. This is Sunday morning, early, and I couldn't find any yesterday. So we went with hearts. I figured, it's a love story of sorts. So that's how we're going to go. Yeah, so that's the plan. That's what you should think about as we're making the soap together here. I soap at room temperature, which for me, my oils are at about 70 degrees. I have batched already my lye water, so I'm going to switch that around, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Where are my gloves? There they are. So like I said, it's a new setup for me. I'm still kind of reaching and looking for where things are. So pardon me if I fumble around a little bit. I think the base of the soap is going to be white, because that reminds me of Snow White's dress, and hello, it's Snow White. So we're going to make the base of the soap white, and I'm going to use that. Oh, there goes my glove. Crappy glove. I have another one. What was I saying? Oh, the apple puree. I'm going to mix the colors first, and I think I'm going to put actually, I'm going to mix the oils, split it off, and then the apple puree is going to go in the blue and the red. I'm not going to use a lot of it. There were no rules about how much I had to use, so I'm going to use what I'm comfortable with. So off we go. Where are my safety goggles? My lye water has silk in it. Sometimes there's little bits of silk left over, so I'm going to strain my lye water. Get out of there. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and stick blend this and just bring it to a very light trace. Off we go. Because I do soap at room temperature, my oils can look kind of clunky to begin with, but that will all even itself out here, and you'll see. So it looks, there's my spatula. It looks thick. It's not as thick as it looks. I mean, it's still kind of thick, but it's just because of the temperature I soap at. And this one, I probably could have maybe heated it up for just a few seconds, but this is fine. This is good. And it may even look kind of random when I first pour it off, and that's okay too. It'll flip back to where we need it to be. So we're just going to pour a little bit. I don't want a lot in here. A little more, I guess. So we put blue in there. We'll put some red in here. And I have another one, I think. Yep, there it is. And we'll put a little bit of yellow in here. I'm only making a 2-pound mold, so I have to parcel these out very carefully. Geez, already messy. This workbench that I'm working on is compliments of my dad. Yes, he gave me this workbench. They recently moved into a condominium, which is perfect. It's amazing. I love it. It's like my home away from home. um, and my dad used to have a really large garage, so the garage that they have now is a bit smaller, and the setup is such that he doesn't need a really large workbench. So they were so kind and they gave it to me. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. All right, so here's my apple puree. I'm just going to put a little bit of what is going to go into the red and the blue. Yep, like I said, there were no rules. They didn't say how much I had to use. So it's a tiny bit. And then we're going to blend our colors into there. We're going to start with the Brilliant Blue. And plop that down in there. Maybe a little bit more. I really want it to be blue. So off that goes. And we'll do the red next. Oh, these are new. And get some red. Plop. And the last one that we'll do is the yellow. I got these little spoons at the Dollar Tree. I think they come in like, I don't know, 20 or something like that in a pack for $1. And I had got them for a craft project last Christmas and didn't end up using them. So I figured it was perfect to use for soaping. Alright, so the other thing that we'll put in this one is a titanium dioxide. And I guess this is staying pretty thick. I better move along here. We'll do a little titanium dioxide in this one. A little more. A little more. Okay, and we're going to blend all of these things up and then put some fragrance oil in. I better measure that before I forget. Where's my fragrance measuring thing? See, I don't even know. I'm like discombobulated right now. Alright, hold on. That smells so pretty. And here's my trusty mold. And let's get this down inside there. And I want to try to save a little bit for the top, I think, so let's see how we do here. Let's switch over to the blue since it's right in front of me. No, lightest to darkest. Oh, I always do that to myself. And then I have to end up stopping and rinsing the stick blender. So off we go, lightest to darkest. I hope there's enough in here to mix. That would not be good. Put a little fragrance oil in here. Yeah, we're good. There it goes. Perfect. And to the red. Little fragrance oil. And this really pretty blue. And some more fragrance oil. Put the rest of that over here. Now see, aren't you thinking Snow White? Now remember, the apple puree is in the red and the blue. I've never used a puree, so I'm not really sure what to expect with that. So I'm going to start getting these guys into the batter. I'm going to start with the red. Yep, that's kind of getting thick. Making a couple of passes here. Better get the blue going. Ah! More messing. Kind of go around there, get in the edges there. I might try to save a bit of each for the top. Okay, the yellow, remember I told you the yellow was going to look icky. It looks more kind of like gold now. Alright, I might as well forget it. It's going to be a mess, and I apologize. So just a fun drop swirl. I'm going to stir the... Normally my paper towels are on my right, and I like chucked them over here on my left for some odd reason today. I have this pegboard system that's on the back of this workbench, and I love it, but I don't have it set up yet the way I want it. So, like I said, I'm reaching everywhere. Okay, a little bit of this into there. And I'm going to try to save this last bit for the top. Oh man, I got a lot of the red left. Get in there. And some blue plopping. See if we can get some yellow. Okay. Bang it down here. Okay. And I'm going to leave it nice and thick like that, because I really want those colors to stand out. So we're going to need to wait for this white to thicken up a little bit. Okay, we're just going to try to cover the color up here. So what I just realized is I didn't mark this mold. Normally I have a couple of these molds, and some of them I use just for like plain top soaps, no decorations. Some of them I use and do piping on the top. And of course when you do the piping, you gotta kind of make sure you even it out. Yep, those I mark. Of course I grabbed one that I didn't mark. Super. So I may have to scrabble around and find my T-square so we can measure as we're putting the embeds on top. Let's see if we can tap this down a little bit. Bounce it around a little bit here. Try to make it even. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get just a little bit of the, do I want to do this? I don't know, guys. Decisions. I better make a quick one. I have so much soap left. Because I was thinking I was going to pile a little taller with the white. Oh, what to do. Alright, we're just going to do it. I'll give these little... The embeds aren't going to show up if I do it with that, because they're red. Let's see if we can get any yellow out of there. Oh dear, this feels like a soap video gone wrong. Alright, so the red. Alright, I think I'm going to try to do a little something something with this. So my little skewer jobby here. And we're going to put the embeds down on top of here. There, that's a little better. Okay, let's see. Alright, I quickly measured off camera because I figured nobody needed to watch that. So now I'm going to go ahead and just pop these embeds down into there, I think at an angle maybe, so you can kind of see their hearts. Hopefully you can tell their hearts. If not, they'll just look like maybe little bottoms. I don't know. I wonder if I could have sat them this way. I think I can, you guys. I think I can set them down on the tops of the soap. Let's see. I think I can. Let's try that. might have to creatively cut, but I like that much better.
I have my little trusty soapy cloth over here to the side so I can wipe them down. Yes, I like that much better. Like I said, there'll be some creative cutting and the bars may be a little irregular, but I don't care. I like this so much better. Hopefully my head's not right in the video, because my hair is a mess. Okay, there they are. Give them a little extra little push into the soap butter. Ah, I'm much more pleased with that. And we're going to give them a spritz with some glitter. Where's my alcohol? Oh my gosh, okay, trying again here.
And my Nurture Soap glitter pump. And there we are. I think I'm going to call this Snow White's Dream. And this was very interesting. Working with apple puree, didn't know what to expect. I use a pretty heavy water discount on my soaps, so I didn't think about it when I made my oils and lye up yesterday that I probably should have not did a water discount with this, but that's all right. I didn't need to use very much of the puree. It's in there. I didn't break the rules because I don't think there were any about how much to use. So there it is. There's my Snow White's Dream. We will be back tomorrow to give this a cut and see what it looks like on the inside. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back the next morning and we are here to cut my fall collaboration soap. I haven't decided if I should call it Snow White's Dream or Snow White's Nightmare because it does have poison apple in it. Either way, we're going to get this cut. So, I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. So that's what it looks like. Oh, turn it around. That's what it looks like on the top with all the hearts and the little blops of color. This end is turning kind of like a green because the blue and the yellow's mixed, but that's okay. Green, apples, poison. So we're going to go ahead and get it cut here and see what it looks like on the inside. I'm hopeful that the colors did not mix on the inside and then they stayed separate. So we'll see. And I'm cutting with my bud cutter, but at my house, because I live at a lake house, we call this one Captain Hook. Of course, right? One arm. Anyway, oh, here we go. I'm going to have to be really careful about how I cut this so I don't chop the hearts off because they are super close to the ends. Oh, yay, everything stayed separate. So, there we go. Snow White's, I don't know, I guess it could be a dream slash nightmare. We'll see. So anyway, this has been a lot of fun participating in the collaboration. Because I did not get my video up on time, I have punished myself by not watching any other YouTubers yet. So I'm excited to get mine posted so I can start watching. So the apple is swirled in the red and the yellow, if we remember, probably from 30 seconds ago, you probably remember. And that's what they look like on the top. So, yeah, super fun collaboration. I'm hopeful they will invite me back for maybe the winter collaboration, and I might do something a little bit more on point, but this one just kind of struck me as it might be funny to do. So, yeah. Yep, the colors absolutely stayed pretty separate, so I'm super excited about that. I have a lot of fun stuff coming up for my shop. I have a couple of retailers that purchase my product, and I've been setting up their stores. I also have a really beautiful shop that's opening, and I'm going to be in there with consignment, and it's called the Ivory Barn in Pataskal, if anybody who watches these are local. And it is just an absolutely gorgeous shop on the inside, and I'm super excited to be part of their grand opening coming up. Oh, I love those drops. Poisony drops. um, Super excited to be a part of that. And get to be I haven't set up in a consignment shop like this one before, and they're going to have a huge grand opening, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I've been just super, super busy for all the right reasons, and then, working family time and lake time and boating time. This is kind of weird how this bowed in. I'm not sure what's up with that. A few of them have it. I don't know. I guess it was maybe how far up I took it on the mold, and I don't know. Anyway, still fun. Being so careful with my hearts here. This cutter is awesome. I use it for melt and pour embeds. It goes right through them like nothing. So I know this is not going to stack up to the lovely fall creations that some of the folks would have made, but that's okay. Everybody gets some artistic interpretation. And the fact that I did not have apples kind of changed things for me. If I were Keely over at Soy and Shea or Sorcery Soaps, I would have just made some with soap dough. But this girl has not jumped on that crazy train yet, because I'm afraid once I go back, I won't stop, and I want to spend all my time playing in soap dough. So that one's mixed just a little bit. Oh, that's weird. Big blop of yellow there. And then this is the last one. So there they are. I don't know, maybe it should be Snow White's Nightmare. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this fall collaboration video. I'm excited to see what the other YouTubers have done, and now that I have mine finished, I will allow myself to go and watch those. But here you go. There's my collab video soaps, Snow Whites, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching my little video today. It was scary and new working with apple puree. I know I didn't add much, but you got to start somewhere, right? All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.